amazing symbol, for us.
Public art is important because it's accessible, so people can see what you're doing instead of having to pay to go into, like, let's say, an institution.
Oftentimes when people think of public art, they think of monuments and murals and sculptures, but in fact public art is a much broader definition.
With public art, it's not about arts venues, it's about all these other spaces and people that come with these spaces.
This isn't something we've engaged in before, this kind of an art project. So it's hard to imagine how we would have done it without Forecast. The expertise that they brought to the project was invaluable.
Forecast Public Art is a nonprofit organization that's focused primarily on making public art happen.
Our mission is to strengthen and advance the field of public art by supporting artists and informing communities and facilitating opportunities.
Forecast works with a variety of clients, from nonprofit organizations like Planned Parenthood to cities like Hopkins or St. Louis Park.
The piece behind us is it's called the Dream Elevator.
The City Council here in St. Louis Park really developed a strong interest for promoting public art in our community. We weren't sure quite how to do that, and Forecast served as the resource to help us get it done.
One of the values they bring is a deep knowledge of public art and artists' working processes.
Forecast has helped us with probably a half a dozen different public art projects, serving as a consultant to us and an advisor on how we can make those projects become a reality.
Telling you a matchmaker would be oversimplifying it, but everything you do is how to improve the relationships that organizations have with art.
The city doesn't fully understand what motivates an artist and what the needs of the artists are. Likewise, the artist doesn't always understand what the needs are of a governmental entity.
My experience working with Forecast was a mural project for the Wilder Foundation. Since Forecast has their fingers on the pulse of a lot of artists, public artists, then they did the call. I was able to talk with them, and they would just help navigate the project until it got to Wilder.
Forecast served as a great facilitator, convener between the city and the art community. Without Forecast, we would have had much greater difficulty in getting these projects done.
We often collaborate with educators. At Roosevelt High School, Forecast worked with artist Randy Walker and educators to develop a permanent public art piece.
Forecast led the project to discover and kind of explore what we wanted to do in a piece of public art.
Public art has this ability to cross into disciplines like science and technology and math and engineering and creativity and collaboration and community.
I think communities should work with Forecast because they have a depth and breadth of public art knowledge that really nobody has.
We had limited ability and knowledge on understanding how to do public art. Forecast has a great obvious understanding about it, understands government, understands the arts community.
It gave us the confidence that we were making the most of this opportunity.
To take the knowledge that we've learned working with artists and doing the magazine where we're learning about what's going on in the field, and combining that information into skills we can make available to facilitate public art happening around the community has been a really great win-win-win.
They're incredibly supportive. They're very dynamic and innovative in their thinking.
If any community was looking to want to delve more deeply into public art and make it real in their community, I would strongly recommend that Forecast be contacted and help them.